Yo, what's going on? Jan Moses here from Broth Cindy, bringing you another episode of the Blueprint series. Now, I apologize for not uploading much 2K or any Blueprint series episodes probably within the last month or so. I figured before I get onto the content in today's video, I'd start by talking about that. I haven't really been playing as much MyTeam as I was playing at the start of the year. And that's kind of for a number of reasons. The first of which is I just feel like I'm pretty happy with where my team is at right now. I mean, there came a point, I think a couple of weeks ago, especially when I saw that 2K changed the card art for the 4,000 collector level reward Dirk Nowitzki to an invincible Dirk Nowitzki card, that I was just going to wait until we got invincibles and maybe play predominantly offline because I ran a couple of clutch time games and I ran a couple of triple threat online games during the first couple of weeks of this latest season. And I don't even know what season we're in now. Season 5, season 6, I don't even know anymore. And it just felt super sweaty. And, online gameplay has been relatively sweaty all year. But I just feel like when we're getting to this point of the game's life cycle where almost every player on everyone's team is like 6'8" or taller, and they're all 95 speed or faster, and they all have 95 3-point ratings or greater. I don't know. It just feels like I'm playing against 5 demigods in clutch time, and I just don't want to deal with that right now. I enjoyed playing clutch time and TTO earlier in the year when not every single player that your opponent trotted out there and not every player that I brought out onto the court was juiced out of their mind. So for that reason, I haven't really been playing as much online, and since there isn't really a ton to do offline, I haven't really had the motivation to play this game mode like I did earlier in the year. But I'm still playing limited. As you can see, that was my 6th ring right there. Limited is still pretty fun. I personally really enjoyed the limited requirements this season. I know it's really easy for the 2K devs to just pick every division and have us pick players from those divisions. But I think for those of you that like to work the market, this was a great season of limited for you because, especially during this last week, I'm not sure exactly how the market reacted to the Southwest Division being the last division, but I know one of the key players from this division that is eligible to play in this final week of limited or weekend of limited is Wang Zhizhi, who that Ruby Maverick center who was a key component of so many limited lineups over the last few months. I wonder if his price went up at all, but anyways, I enjoyed playing it, and I really like what they did with the is it in here? Yes. I really like what they did with the limited reward player because yeah, I'm going to pick Clutch here and get my 4th Hall of Fame of that badge. But initially 2K, I mean, I'm sure everyone who's watching this video and is familiar with my team knows this. They put out a poll in the game, like the usual one that we get on every Friday where you get 1 token for it. But they put a poll in the game where you got to vote on who you wanted to be the limited reward. And the poll before that one was what position you wanted. I would say the majority of the people that play my team, whenever they're doing their weekly vote to get their token, will always pick the first answer, and the first answer, of course, was point guard, which is pretty annoying because, we've gotten a number of reward point guards in this game, and the level 40 reward this year or this season is Josh Giddey. So, it being point guard was really annoying. And then when they revealed to us the 4 players, as you can see right here, none of them were really all that exciting besides maybe Jamal Murray. But who do they make as the first option when you go in to vote? It's John Stockton. Now, to be fair, this John Stockton card is actually not awful. Like, in terms of, animations or SIGs or whatever, he apparently has some of the best SIGs that you could ask for in a point guard. The problem is Stockton is like, what, 6'1", I think? let's see. Stockton uh, is, sorry, I'm pulling it up on my iPad here because no OBS. Yeah, he's 6'1" with a 6'4" wingspan, which is not really going to do much for you. People were pretty hyped about Jamal Murray, but he doesn't really seem all that good either. I forgot exactly what I didn't like about him, but I just felt like when I looked at his ratings, they didn't look that good. And then Don Ole apparently is a Derrick Rose clone. I have no idea who Don Ole is. I mean, I would love to pick him for the card art alone. I mean, I like the black and white player image with the dark matter backdrop, but apparently this Markelle Fultz card is actually really, really good, and we'll see how long I will use him for, if at all, because I mean, while I haven't been playing clutch time as I mentioned, I love Luka Doncic so much, and um, I'm going to be getting Josh Giddey in the very, very, very near future. As you can see, we're almost at 150k XP on the season. I've been really, really taking my time with that. We'll go ahead and we'll take Markelle Fultz. I figured I would do the limited reward before I hit level 40 so I can kind of maybe enjoy Markelle Fultz for all of like 10 minutes before I get Josh Giddey. But yeah, I feel pretty bad for the people that thought that the reward was going to be John Stockton for sure before they made it an option pack, and then voluntarily skipped out on week 4 or week 5 of limited whenever the poll concluded, because there was, I think, a period where I think during that limited week 4 weekend where everyone thought that it was only going to be John Stockton. That was our only reward, and people were pretty upset about it, and as a result they skipped out on playing limited. Now, I know there are a lot of people that will intentionally do that. They'll only get 5 rings and then they'll get a Hall of Fame badge. I personally don't want to put time towards a game mode that could potentially result in me getting Hall of Fame clutch shooter or Hall of Fame fade ace or Hall of Fame, I don't know, defensive leader, although that's actually not an awful badge in my opinion. Anyways, point being, I'd rather get the player. Like, playing one more week to get the player is fine. And especially for me, who isn't really playing a ton of online right now in MyTeam, and MyTeam Limited being the only online game mode that I'm really playing right now, it makes all the sense in the world for me to play limited and get the player. So if you take a look, I'm 24-3. I'm honestly shocked that I have even played 27 games this season. I may play a little more TT online because I would like to get Bradley Beal, but once again, that's only going to add to the cluster F of point guards that I have on my team right now. So, and just to show you, because, I don't want to give off the impression that, oh, I'm too busy, I'm too cool to play, my team, like, consistently at all. Like, you can see I'm still, like, trying. Like, I'm 10 of 23 for the conference semis. For the playoff agendas, I've completed the first round lifetime agendas for the playoffs. Like, I have the Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Tyrese Maxey, Marcus Smart, Dark Matter cards. And I'm going to try and grind more of this because I want to see how this culminates. And this, I know this is kind of boring for a lot of people to grind these out. Like, they'd rather have a spot like Sims or a new domination even to grind out, and maybe having that in conjunction with these agendas would make the grind more fun. Because, like, you look at an agenda like this one, win a game using 13 Heat players. Well, it's like, sure, I can go into one of these challenges, like this one where you need, what, 5 dunks? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you get 5 dunks as a team and then you clear it, and like, that's not bad, but it would be more fun to double up these agendas with a Spotlight Sims or a Dom, because then while I'm doing, I don't know, is there one with, I think like this one, win a game using 10 Mavericks players by 10 points or more, you can couple that with the, where's the Jalen Brunson one? Right here. You can couple the 10 Mavs game with, winning a Mavs, oh my God, I cannot English this morning. Winning a game with 10 Mavericks players by 10 points, couple that with this 28-5 challenge with Jalen Brunson. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by playing, a domination style game mode. And if it's a new domination where the rewards are rewarding, well, now that's all of a sudden much more, rewarding for someone like me who wants to play online, but who doesn't have all the time in the world to play this game. but enjoys playing this game still whenever he has, the chance to. So, anyways, welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you for listening to my take on the state of offline, events. I will say, though, I am very happy with what 2K did with the zero gravity reward, the daily agenda that we've been getting. The culmination of it being a Dark Matter Richard Jefferson card that looks absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this card that hasn't been said already. I really want to get him. Again, I got to get 50 points and 5 rebounds with Latrell Sprewell. And, I can do this in a takeoff challenge or whatever, but just give me more offline stuff to play, man. We've gotten to the point in the game where, for me at least, when the out of position or glitched Ben Simmons point guard came out, that looked as good as he did, I just completely lost the drive to play online. Not that everyone's going to have that card, but, on current gen, I have, Luka, and Luka is not as good on current gen as he is on next gen, and his SIGs aren't as good, and the release is still really nice, but you can't shoot over people. And so I feel like even though that Luka card is great and he's tall, and you can still be dominant with him, he's not as dominant as a guy like Ben Simmons' glitch card in this game that has amazing SIGs and a really nice release and really nice ratings and badges. And, when we start getting these demigods, as I mentioned, it just kills my will to play online. But anyways, I keep going off on that tangent. I'm looking forward to getting this Richard Jefferson card. Hopefully I'll get him before the end of the season because I only have 5 days left. So I need to get on that. Speaking of, events that the game could do, I know that we've gotten a couple of events that were weekend-only grind events, like during Easter weekend with the Egg Hunt packs, and then we got the NBA 75th weekend. I know I recorded a Blueprint Series episode, but I don't think I uploaded it just because I got sidetracked, which is totally fine. I basically just said in that video that I liked what they did that weekend for NBA 75th weekend. I felt like the rewards were pretty damn nice, and I'm really, really happy because if you take a look, before I show this, let's take a look at what Kobe Bryant's NBA 75th card is going for right now. Because when that weekend's reward players were revealed, Kobe was still going for upwards of 100K. You can see right now he is sitting at 5.5, sitting at 4.5. Okay, sitting at 4K. Okay, so we'll say he's roughly, 3,800? Maybe his price fixed at 4K. Sorry, I'm being stubborn right now. All right, so he's 4K, we'll call it. I sold a bunch of Kobe's. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom here, you can see I sold a bunch of Kobe's for 6K or more. Now, I'm not trying to flex at all with these sales. What I am going to flex on a little bit, or flex, what is that? Okay, sorry, that is not important. What I am going to flex about is the 2 Kobe's that I sold for 100K buy now, 12 hours before his price tanked to sub 10K. I cannot believe that people paid 100K for a pink diamond Kobe Bryant 2 or 3 weeks ago. When Dark Matters are coming out of packs, well, they're not. I'm not going to talk about the pack odds. But Dark Matters are apparently available to be pulled in packs every single week from here on out. Why would you invest in a Kobe Bryant card? Me personally, I don't think the lock-ins are worth it anymore. Cedric Maxwell is great. Artis Gilmore is whatever. Klay Thompson is whatever. But we're getting players now, especially with these Invincible cards, that are endgame. That Scottie Pippen that we got yesterday is an endgame wing, in my opinion. Just incredible stats. I personally want him. I've used both Scottie Pippen and Kawhi Leonard, and Scottie Pippen just feels like his player model is bigger than Kawhi's, and I feel like I notice it more on defense. Like Kawhi's a phenomenal card, and I'm sure Invincible Kawhi is going to be amazing. But I'm telling you right now, as someone who's looking to add multiple Invincibles to his final team to close out this year in 2K22 MyTeam, Scottie Pippen is a card that I'm going to look long and hard at when we're getting the Invincible Kevin Durant's and Kawhi Leonard's and LeBron James's, because I think being that he was the first wing player to come out from the Invincible collection, I think Scottie Pippen's price will drop, obviously, as the weeks go on, and will maybe take a significant hit the Thursday that they reveal one of those aforementioned players. But I do want to go ahead and redeem all these Kobe's. I just want to see how much MT I'll be at. So let's go ahead and start doing this. Again, that NBA 75th weekend was really a lot of fun because I felt like I was able to not just play, TT offline and try and get these pink diamond Kobe's, but I was also able to snipe these Kobe's. And I haven't really worked the auction house all that much. Also, why are people still buying contracts, man? That's so stupid. Oh, my Shumper didn't sell? It's a hollow. Come on, bro. All right. We'll put these two back, and then I'll get rid of you and Caruso and Wiseman. I guess we can do the shoes as well. Yes, I'm still weird, and I like to have the larger auction outcomes in my... Sorry, the larger sales that I have sit in my auction outcomes. Man, sorry, guys. I am really struggling. I woke up early, and I did not have enough coffee, apparently. So I apologize for not being prepared. Maybe it's better that I haven't been uploading these Blueprint Series episodes or anything. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, I mean, we're probably sitting at, what, 2.25 mil, I would say. Maybe a little more. We're somewhere between like 2.3 and 2.5 million MT right now if I redeem all of this. Just doing very, very quick and sloppy mental math. And I feel like that'll put me in a pretty solid position to hopefully add a couple of the Invincible cards. I mean, if we take a look right now, I don't know why I went the long way. But you can see Invincible cards are still selling for over 1 to 1.5 million MT. The Scottie Pippen is 1.5 million. Shaq is 1.3. I mean, the thing is right now, like, I feel like a lot of these purchases are going to be coming from people who have... Ooh, I don't want to hear the beeping. The people that have a lot of MT purchased, because MT is really, really cheap right now to buy, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't buy MT just because I just feel like it's not worth it for me. I have a pretty solid amount of MT. I'm pretty happy with where my team is at currently. I mean, I haven't updated my clutch time lineup, but if I were to run a game right now in clutch time, this is roughly what I'd probably be running. I don't even know who else I'd want to throw in here. Do I have anyone else I'd want to include? I don't think so. Maybe I'll throw in Markelle Fultz in place of Luka for a game or two, but I'm not really going to play clutch time this weekend. I'm going to grind towards Richard Jefferson. But, I mean, I'm happy with where my team is right now. I'm just going to keep an eye on, the Invincibles. I'm assuming we're going to get one every Friday from here on out. I'm also waiting to see what the token market brings for us next week. I'm hopeful that it resets next week. Yeah, so the token market is going to reset next week at the start of season... What are we on? Season 6. So at the start of season 7, we're going to get a token market update. And that's at this point what I'm waiting for because, again, like it's been all year in my team, these rewards with tokens are just god-awful. Like, genuinely terrible. I don't know why anyone would invest in any of these. I feel like badges are not nearly as lucrative as they once were to redeem with tokens. And honestly, even when it was a worthwhile gamble in terms of the amount of MT you could feasibly make from them, like, for the longest time, turning your 3 tokens into like a silver badge or, a bronze badge was the best way to liquidate your tokens into MT. But the amount of time that it would take to sell everything, and then when they don't sell, repost them. I just did not have the patience for that. I would much rather wait and see if the Season 7 token market update comes with Hall of Fame badges, if it comes with better player packs. Because I forgot what MyTeam it was. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I got onto the MyTeam scene that summer, and it was like some sort of like winter themed pack where I think you could pull, there was like a Diamond KD in there, and you were able to sell all those players for like 1 to 3K a pop, and it only cost you like 5 to 10 tokens. Like that to me was totally worth it. Like I'd much rather sell players and get contracts and stuff like that for my tokens than do badges, because I don't want to have to look up badge prices and all that stuff. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I know this video was kind of on the long end, but this is basically my way of getting a video out there and, apologizing for not uploading anything 2K related. I do hope you guys have been enjoying the other content that, we have been posting. We being, my partner in crime on the Broth Cindy channel, Shiz Chiz. He's been uploading a lot of great stuff. We've been streaming a pretty solid amount. I think we have our stream schedule relatively locked in. Like we stream every Sunday, usually by the early afternoon, Eastern time, I should say. And then we'll usually stream 2 out of the 3 days between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Usually it's, Monday and Tuesday, so we'll stream, 3 days in a row. And then Wednesday through Saturday, we don't really stream. Like I was streaming 2K here and there, but I just, again, because I'm not really playing online, maybe if I do want to play limited next season, then I will, you know, stream that. But besides that, I don't know, man. I don't have the passion to really stream and upload 2K like that anymore. Like, again, the online gameplay was, in my opinion, much more enjoyable earlier in the year when you could differentiate between the players. But now that a lot of these players have the same kind of SIGs, whether you're a point guard or a center, I just don't find enjoyment in playing against, these players that go from, borderline unrealistic players that we had that were in the game, a couple seasons ago to now where it's just like a true fantasy land when you have like this Dark Matter Dikembe who's staring at you right in the face that has pretty good SIGs, a really nice, well, not really nice, but a solid release and a ridiculously high three ball. Makes no sense. Anyways, be sure to check out our Twitch if you're interested in that. We just uploaded the VOD from our drunk stream where we played Switch Sports. That was a blast. It was honestly one of the most fun streams that I've ever been involved with, or involved in, that I've done with, Shiz. And we're going to be doing more and more stuff on Twitch, in the coming months. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you later.